Welcome back, everyone, to the second hour of this day's Utah Valley Technology and Genealogy Group meeting. We are continuing our discussion with Don Snow, who will, in addition to giving more examples, handle Q&As and possibly do some of your searches as you request them using various AI websites that are online. We look forward to hearing more from Don, and we will post the outline from the last class that was just done as part of this presentation. Don, the time is yours.
Okay, thanks, Gerhard. We really appreciate Gerhard Roof in this. That was him. He's president of our Utah Valley Technology and Genealogy Group um, uh, that we've been going now. This is our 34th year, if you can imagine that. We started in 1991, I think it was, at BYU in the early days. And we used to be called the old Utah Valley PAF Users Group. We changed the name, 15 years ago, I guess, when we started talking about stuff other than just the old personal ancestral file program. Anyway, welcome. We're glad to have you folks here. Now, if you did not hear the first presentation, it will be available on our YouTube channel, the UV Tag YouTube channel, which Gerhard will have posted by probably by later today. He'll have it on there, and it'll be on the Facebook page for just a month or two. So we want to come finish up now with more demos and the Q&A and try some stuff that you might be interested in. But we did, as Gerhard pointed out, we did have a problem that, not a problem. I didn't cover part of the notes. This is the class notes, and on the chat in Zoom or on the comments in Facebook will be a link to where the notes are stored for this particular class, which is the one we just did. That has the links for the free AI websites that we talked about. We talked about three different or four different websites. We haven't. Here they are. We haven't done all of those yet. We looked at Microsoft's Copilot, and these are the free ones. There are pay ones, but there must be 100 free ones that people have come up with, and if I remember it, we'll actually try and do a search for it. This is one of the things you can do with this is you can say, show me the top 10, the largest free AI websites, or the list 100 of them or whatever. We looked at Microsoft's Copilot and Google's Bard, which somebody pointed out in the last time that they may be renaming that now Gemini. When I checked with Gemini a little while ago, before I found Bard, they were charging for Gemini. But when we just did a Bard search a few minutes ago, it came up and it said Bard at the top and then it said Gemini down below. So maybe it's free now. I don't know. It was going to be a pay version. All these places have pay versions that usually give you better results, but not always. Open AIs, that's the Chat GPT. And that one we didn't look at yet, nor did we look at summarize.tech, which we will, and so on. But now we want to talk about more examples. But let me actually go back to those notes. As Gerhard pointed out, I didn't cover all of the notes with the, if I can figure out where the notes are, is that, uh, I think maybe I can get to the notes from here. Yeah, I can get to the notes from in here. Yeah, here's the notes. These are the notes that we did for the class that we just finished up, which we're now doing Q&A for and so on. But down here near the bottom, uh, after about AI, we talked about that in the first class, and some free websites. And there's the link to get to all those free websites. Down here, we had cautions and suggestions on there. um, the cautions are things that are the following. If you've been following the news recently, there have been problems with AI, and some people are just afraid of AI because it can be used for bad purposes. What happened last week on the news, at least it was on the news here in Utah, was that somebody had made a pornographic image, a pornographic video starring, I think it was Taylor Swift, and it was taken down almost immediately, but they had actually made it with AI. And so you can use it for bad purposes, but it's like any technology. You can use it for bad purposes or you can use it for good purposes. And here we're not talking about anything other than texts. So we're not talking about videos, nor images, nor even maps and that sort of thing. Though maps, I don't know whether that would come under images or whether you could get to it from the text. Anyway, just be careful of what's there. As we pointed out earlier, what happens with AI is it uses language. Well, it uses stuff that's already published on the internet. Uh, uh, all the text files that have been published on the internet, they combine those together and they do searches so that when you type in something about show me this, that, and the other, it looks for words that are close to those words that you typed in, and then it shows you stuff that's related to those words because it says this might be related, and it doesn't know that for sure. And so I've noticed that they always give you a warning, either at the top or at the bottom. That says this may not be accurate. Be sure you check it. And so you need to check it out. But they give you usually they give you the website so that you can look at it yourself and decide. And I find it really helpful that it brings back stuff. Oh, I forgot all about that. Yeah, well, but here's the website for that. Or, gee, I didn't know that related to this, and here's the website, and so you can check it. So you don't have to use it. You can ignore it, or you can use it. But you do need to check it out. Don't accept it just because it comes up on there, and they warn you about that on every time. At least all of them that I've looked at, uh, they warn you about it. Now, because anything that is on the internet is fair game for the AI, don't post anything on any website about yourself that you don't want to be out there about yourself or your family or even pictures or something like that, because it could be picked up by these, they call them large language models, because it goes through the internet and it gathers up all this data. And so whatever you type in there, whatever you posted anywhere on the internet, uh, it's liable to end up in one of these AI files. And so be careful of it. Now, what that means is, or one of the implications of that is that AI cannot think ahead. It can only act on stuff that's already there. So if it's been posted and written on the internet, it can use that, but it can't use anything that's happening tomorrow or the next day because it hasn't been posted yet. But anytime there's a newspaper or an article or something that comes out, a magazine or something, that becomes part of the large language model, and it can be then searched by and used by AI. So be careful about posting stuff that is personal data about yourself or your kids or your family or where the kids go to school or something of that nature, because you never know where it's going to end up. Uh, anyway, that's a couple of things to be careful of on there. Now, I think that covers everything on there. Is there anything else on there, Gerhard, that I should mention that you can see that I haven't talked about? We talked about this ourselves yesterday. I think
You
that's
recommend, Don, that you use more than one AI website
oh
when
yeah,
you're
yeah,
doing a
yeah.
query to get and check for different results.
Yeah, we saw that in the last hour. We typed in the same thing about death records for Louisiana in Copilot as well as in Bard, and we did get some slightly different things. Some that were in one and not in the other. So do try it in more than one place because you might get different results. And I'm sure if you pay for it, that they're going to do more stuff too. They're going to get more things, different things. Now, here's a bunch of examples, and so these are the kinds of things that we can try out here. Let's just take a look at some of these, and we'll try them afterwards. But these will give you some ideas of some of the things that you could do. How do I get started using Copilot? I, I tried that one day, and it gives you a complete list of say do this first, and this, and this, and so on. It's worthwhile to think about doing that, or find information in newspapers in some place like in Utah about yourself or wherever you, whatever state you happen to be in. I typed in something about. I said find information about my dad. He was a dentist in Los Angeles, and it came up with something that I'd never heard of before, that the dental society that I didn't know Dad was a member of. I guess I should have assumed he was, but it listed him there, and it told a little bit about he went to USC, University of Southern California in Los Angeles, and then he was a practicing dentist in Los Angeles afterwards. So you might get stuff that you didn't know about in there, or create a list of websites with death records for Louisiana. We just said, where can you get death records? But this would be a list of websites that you might. I don't know why I picked Louisiana for some reason. You could try any other state you wanted, or any other foreign country as well. Find information about so and so in such and such. I tried when I first got started with this a month or two ago. I thought, well, I need to find my cousin's phone number. He lived down in Tucson, Arizona, and so I said, I wonder if AI can find me a phone number. So I said, find me a phone number of so and so in Tucson, Arizona, and it came back with two or three different phone numbers, and something said something about deceased. And I wonder if he's still alive. I haven't talked to him for a while. And so I typed in find an obituary for so and so, and it found an obituary not in Arizona, but in an Idaho newspaper. Two of them in someplace in Idaho, and I know his wife was from Idaho, but he died. I guess he died in down there. But I haven't found the full obituary, but I did find a partial obituary that he died 3 years ago, and I didn't even know this. But so anyway, so that's another thing you might. I guess you could say find where so and so lives now, and experiment with that and see if that had anything, or find articles about such and such a place in newspapers. Again, I haven't tried most of these things, so we'll experiment with them and see what's there. And then what about how can I get a copy of my father's military service record? It'll give you the where to write and what to do and how to take care of that and so on. To create an online history of Portugal. So if you want a history of some place, and where are congregational church records, and so on. Now we can try those things. Let me show you a couple of things that I've saved off in my Evernote file that I've already done some other things, and then we'll see what you want to try out on any of yours. Now let me see if I can find get back to my Evernote file. Let's see. Windows tab. Was this the Evernote file? Yeah. Okay. Now, what I did in Evernote was I saved some of these things. Boy, I'm going to have to turn my magnifier back on, yeah, so that I can see this. And I'll turn it back. It's annoying for anybody that can see well, but it's needed for me that I can't see well. Okay. I in notebooks, I set up a notebook here for my AI class, but then here's one AI on Bard. We've already looked at Bard, so we won't do that. Here's Chat GPT. There's some things in that, and here's Copilot. Let me. I've had the best results with Copilot than I had. Chat GPT is way out of date, and the stuff that I get is not nearly as good as some of the others. But Bard or Gemini, if that's what it's called now, but these are some things that I came up with in Copilot, and I just put them all together in this. So there's a Copilot about L. Ralph and Marianne, the cousins of mine. The Copilot newspaper. Let me click on that one and see what it says. This was a copy of newspaper articles about me uh, in Los Angeles or about me. Yeah, about me. Okay, here's some stuff that came up with about me in Los Angeles in the newspapers. And I got some awards when I was in college and various things, and so on. And then there's that warning at the end that this may not be right, so be sure you check it out before you accept it completely. Uh, Here's one. This is one I typed in to Copilot. How to use uh, and how to use and a class outline of ourtimelines.com. That's the class I'm going to be teaching in about 2 weeks. Um, well, I think it's only about 10 days from now. And so I thought, I wonder what it'll give me if I type in, show me a class outline of this. And so here's what it came up with on a class outline. A whole bunch of links on here. I haven't gone through this to even see whether it's worthwhile looking at, but here's this other stuff down here, these extra things that I need to look at and see exactly what they are and what they'll do on it. Here's a bunch more stuff that it came up with. Introduction to our timelines and overview. This is an outline of a class that I could give on it. You don't have to do this, but you could write it this way, and so on. So there's all that sort of thing in there. Let's see what's the next one here. Newspaper articles about probably about my dad. Newspaper articles about Dr. Eldon S. Snow, yeah, DDS, in newspapers, and it came up with something about different things to organize. Microsoft Edge. I don't know why I said Edge because maybe I was using Edge when I tried that. I can't remember now. But anyway, you get some ideas of the stuff in here. Here's one obtaining school records. I got to thinking, I don't have a copy of my school records from where I went to school in Los Angeles. And so I said, I wonder if it'll tell me how I can find my school records in the Los Angeles school system. And so here it is. How do I get the records? Here's where to write. Here's what to say, and all the details as to the links and so on as to how to find them. The last one I got here was this is an obituary for my cousin, and this is out of the papers in in Idaho, as I recall. Yeah, something about Idaho. Anyway, you can get some ideas on it. Now, I think let's see. The one other thing I do want to show you though before I open it up to you guys is to let me just minimize that and go back to that summarize.tech because that is really slick. Where is it? There it is right there. Okay, I'm going to click on the link. Let's see, I'll hold down the control key. So if I click on the link, it'll open it in a new tab. Is this coming up? Yeah, here it is. Summarize dot tech, AI powered video summaries. Now let me find a YouTube video. I think I thought I had a link for YouTube videos on here. Yeah, there's the link. There's YouTube, and let's look at Oh, let's do a search. Let's go to our UV tag. U U V oh, UVTAGG. Let's search for UV tag. Did I spell it right?
Whoops. Two U's.
Oh, that's what's not liking it. Okay. And now UV tag, there it is. Okay, now this should have, what's all this stuff? Oh, here it is down here. So click on the UV tag. Here we go. Okay, now there's one of Lori, and showing the video. There's one of Glary. Here's one I did on Glary Utilities. Let me just click on that so that I can get the URL. It'll start playing here, but I'll stop it. Let me control C. Okay, that's way back. Now I want to close that. Gosh, come on. I can't see. Come on, I'm trying to hit that X. There, I closed it. Okay, now am I back in? Nope, I'm not back in. I want to type that URL. I think it's on my clipboard. I hope it is. Tag. Uh, okay. Well, I guess I haven't got. Is this the?
There's Gemini.
Is it? Yeah, I want summarize. I'll hit it again down here. Here's summarize, because hopefully I've still got that. Okay, summarize tech, and where do you type this in? I can't remember. Oh, those are some examples. There it is. Put in the URL. Okay, now Control V. Let's hope this works. Control V.
Looks good.
Okay, and now submit. Okay, now it's loading. And so this should give us, if this works right, the details. Okay, the summary of the 18th of January of last year. Gosh, it's over a year ago, wasn't it? Of Donald R. Snow on Glary Utilities free. And here's the summary of it. This is an AI generated summary, and there's the time. It was exactly 40 minutes. And here's all the stuff. And that's all written out there in text form. It took the text that was in the closed captions from my video from over a year ago and summarized all the stuff that's in there. It's just a wonder. Let me turn off the magnifier so so you can see it better. Here's the summary, and so there's the summary of the whole thing. That just staggers my mind to think that they could do this and come up with it, and it's fairly accurate on things. Okay, now anyway, now let's go back and try some of these things that you might be interested in doing. Let me click on. Well, are we in Gemini now or in Bard? What are we in?
Gemini.
Yeah, well, yeah, okay, that's Gemini was just updated. See the updates. So, okay, well, all right. Now, where is the, let's see, the type it in is down here at the bottom.
It's there. It's in the gray. It's there on the screen.
Where?
It's right there. You don't have to scroll to it. It's at the bottom of your screen.
Right here. Oh, enter a comment here. Okay, yeah. All
Enter
right.
a prompt here.
Yeah. Oh, enter a prompt. That's it. Yeah. Okay. What would somebody like me to try? What sounds good to you that you'd like to see? Nothing personal, but something that would be of interest to you. Nothing personal, but something that would be of interest. Somebody's saying something, but I can't hear it. Could you hear it, Gerhard?
Marilyn, you want to repeat that?
Yeah, that wasn't me talking.
Marilyn, you want
I'm
to
wondering
repeat
if
that?
I wonder if it's Merlin that said something.
It could have been Merlin, but we couldn't hear it.
Okay. So anyway, I was wondering about it making comparisons, back to this idea that it's not really that intelligent. But I was just wondering if it could do, like, for example, we just had the Oppenheimer movie that came out,
Yeah.
but there have been about 3 or 4 Oppenheimer movies. And so I was thinking, well, if you were to compare them, what would be the difference between the different movies on Oppenheimer, and
Oh, yeah. Oppenheimer. Yeah.
Oppenheimer. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Let's see.
anyway, I was just, curious if it does comparisons. I know, I thought, what could it do? Comparisons on refrigerators,
Yeah,
or,
I wonder if you could. Well, first of all, let's try list all movies about what was his first name? I can't remember. Oppenheimer. Oppenheimer. Okay, let's try that first. And then and I find that it's helpful to start with something and then narrow down by correcting it to get closer to what you want.
Right. And I think it's two-piece.
Is it
You
2P?
have your little microphone there, and I have to, a true confession, Don,
Yeah.
my spelling is horrendous. It's terrible. It's my greatest weakness. And so I adore the little microphone. And so I wouldn't even have began.
So you
to
want me to? Oh, all right. I've
try.
never done that. Well, let's try it. I'm going to wipe this out
Okay.
and delete all that and click over here on the microphone
Microphone is say
and say list the
list
movies.
on Oppenheimer.
Yeah, it won't. I click. It won't list the movies on Oppenheimer. It's flashing over there now. Let me click on the list the movies on Oppenheimer. Huh. For some reason it won't do it. I don't know why. Well, let me type it back in again.
Okay.
I think you have to hold
And-
the button
and-
down
and
while
it'll-
you talk.
Oh, yeah. You probably have to cue your machine that you want it to do the typing. Yeah, we probably
Okay.
didn't do that before. The movies on Oppenheimer.
You think it's two P's
Yeah,
or two Oppenheimer?
I think it is.
Okay, and now I'll go over here to click submit and let's see what happens. Okay. There are currently 2 significant movies about Robert Oppenheimer.
Robert.
Yeah, and is that a double P?
Yeah, it is. Yeah, related to Robert J. Oppenheimer. And so then the next thing would compare the
Okay,
two
all right.
movies
So there's
on
the
Robert Oppenheimer.
All right, let's type in here, compare the movies about Robert Oppenheimer and click submit. And what are we getting? Since there are only 2 films.
Comparing them is quite straightforward. And so then it's just listing the movies.
There's the director.
And summarizes it.
Which is good.
Style. Links, files.
And then does it also style, but I don't see any comparisons so far.
No.
There's the second one now.
It's the second
Man
one.
and Little Boy, 1950. It's giving you the same information.
Oh, okay, yeah. Oh, that was
Right.
about okay. Oh, so
John Wayne has starred in that one.
Oh my goodness, I didn't even know there was one that far back. Historical
Right.
drama. and the focus, and then style, but we're
Oh, key
key
differences.
differences. Ha ha ha.
Oh, there's our comparisons.
Ah,
A broader scope.
takes a much broader scope. The later with the 2023 one. And oh my goodness, look at this. Look at this. Oh, for heaven's sakes.
Um, so
Oh,
we talked about how it's a good place to start, but there are some documentaries that you can find on YouTube about Oppenheimer, and so can you see how it took the term movie as to be films that are dramas, whereas
yeah.
documentaries were left out of quote unquote films. So
So
um,
The
if you tried
suggestion,
documentaries,
the
yeah,
suggestion, you asked for movies. That's not necessarily YouTube stuff that you'll find. Why
right.
don't you rephrase the question and ask for YouTube videos about Oppenheimer
okay,
and see what it can find?
compare YouTube videos, BI, about Robert, Oppenheimer. Compare, okay, and now let's submit that and see what comes up. This is fun to try, isn't it?
Yeah. Over a little bit
Go to the
more.
right.
Yep, there, good.
There.
Submit. This really is fun.
What I some of you know I do accordion concerts here at Jamestown every
Yeah.
month, and I choose a theme, and the theme for February, for the one I'm doing next week, is going to be on love songs. And I've got in my Evernote file, I've got a list of 600 songs, and I can play about 200 or 300 of them. I know the chord pattern.
Wow.
And so I put a tag in there for the different things like love or weather or whatever it might be, so that I can I got to thinking when I started on this, I wonder if one of these Bard or one of these would give me a list of love songs. So I said, give me the top 10 love songs. Back comes the top 10 love songs, but they were fairly new ones. I didn't even know most of them. So then I narrowed it down. I said, give me the top 10 love songs before 1955. And
Oh.
back comes a list of 10 that I do know.
Oh.
You got search results done.
Yeah. So what do we got? We got, unfortunately, due to the vast number of YouTube videos, a vast number, it is impossible in a comprehensive, too many of them. So you got to know some of them. However, I
It
can.
says without more specific information.
Ah.
Yeah. So you need
Okay.
the factors to consider. But anyway, it gives you some things, a place to start and to start looking at.
It
And
also, yeah, this is kind of showing too
Oh,
that,
hey, there's a suggestion right there on what you were asking, Marilyn. The
right,
format, if you designate the format, make it
is
a
the,
documentary clip that you're looking
right,
for
and,
instead of a lecture or an animated or yeah.
oh,
see
So
there,
oh,
so
so
that, so it's telling you what kind of qualifiers you need to enter
yeah,
into your
yeah.
it's
questions
Uh-huh.
giving
so that
you
it
yeah.
can, yeah. So that is actually helpful too, because, as we all know, doing an intelligent search, you need to really understand how to put qualifiers in. So
Right,
that's
So
right.
go back up and add the word
well,
documentary
we
between YouTube and videos and
you
see
know,
what you come up with.
our time is getting short. Was there some other things that we wanted to do? You know, I was
Well,
just
I'll
wondering.
try something for somebody else, but we could type
Yeah,
that in down here at the bottom because it's
right.
enter the prompt here. But is
Yeah.
there anything else that now? And
I
we
don't
also
have any suggestions from Facebook.
okay.
Okay.
Let's try something totally different then. Let me try here. Find uh, Utah newspapers, newspaper articles about Gerhard Roof.
Okay.
Good luck.
And we got Utah misspelled. Yeah.
Oh, did I misspell
It'll
it?
get it. It'll get it.
It'll get it. It
It's smart enough to catch that. I
do
do not
have.
have enough information about that person.
Ah,
was such a unique name. I'm really amazed that it didn't come
Hey,
up with.
I try that a similar question while in the last class. Tell me
yeah.
about Gerhard Roof that was born in 1946. And I got the exact same response that you got here.
Oh, really?
Verbatim. Yes.
Verbatim. Okay.
Yeah. Now this is with
However, I also did the search on Copilot,
and
and Copilot came up with all kinds of erroneous information.
Oh,
ah,
erroneous.
Oh yeah, well, I can't find anything that talks about me at all. And let me read you what the result in Copilot was to tell me more about Gerhard Roof that was born in 1946. It says Gerhard Roof, a notable figure, was born in 1927 in Kaiserslautern.
oh,
His expertise lay in the field of iconography and frescoes of the Basilica of di San Francesco in Assisi.
Oh,
Father Roof completed his baccalaureate in 1943
ah,
and
wow.
later served. I mean, it goes on. That it didn't limit it to 1946. And he died in 2008 at the age of 81 years.
oh, for heaven's sake!
Wow.
But
Oh
then
my goodness!
it's interesting what it did after that. The last the following paragraph for those interested in genealogy research in Germany, there are online resources available. Websites like Family Search offer
Well,
access to German genealogy records, including
wow.
birth, marriage, death. I mean, it's it's suggesting another place for me to go. You know, these large databases do not have access to databases that you have to search to find stuff
Oh, really?
because you have to like family search tree data. You have to search for it. It's not out there for the general public to find without doing a specific search.
But I have found some stuff linked to some searches
Family
do
search.
say on Family Search. Here's the URL. Here's the code number. The what do we call that number? And here's the name on it.
Oh,
And
okay. Well, this is a living individual, and that
oh,
may
we're
be
living.
why
Yeah.
living
No,
individuals are not there.
right.
But
Correct. Yeah.
so anyway, so it has some helpful information on a Copilot, even though it just found erroneous stuff.
Yeah. Well, I said I wonder what it will do if I type in, give me a biography of Eldon Stafford Snow, born in Bunkerville, Nevada. That's my dad. He was born down just across the river from Mesquite in Bunkerville. It came back with this stuff that says he was born in this quaint western village of Bunkerville, Nevada, in the Wild West, and he was this, that, and the other. And I said he was a dentist, and it said, but he excelled in school in science and dentistry. It's a bunch of baloney. I just had to laugh as I read it. It was kind of like that thing that you got, Gerhard.
Oh, yeah.
But as I put more data in, it picked up more. And I thought it would actually go and see if it could find a birth date and a death date, and it finally did. But one of the things I typed in a couple of days ago to try it was find the death certificates in California, because Dad's death certificate is actually online. I paid $10 for a certified copy, but the certificates are there. But it couldn't find it. But I know where they are. They're stored on Ancestry, and they're available for no charge.
I have another recommendation, something I tried that I thought had a lot more detail. I did a search on a YouTube video using Summarize It
Uh-huh.
on James Tanner's class on AI.
Yeah.
And for your information, not only did it give a one paragraph summary of the content of the 55-minute lecture that
Uh-huh.
he did, but then it gave additional sub summaries of it took the first 10 minutes and gave me a summary of the 10 minutes, and then a summary of the next 10 minutes, and
Oh
then a
boy.
summary of the next 10 minutes, and then a summary of the next. So I got a much more detailed result than just a simple summary of
Oh,
the whole thing by going through it that way. I don't know if you picked up on that.
I did not. I've not seen that.
It
Yeah.
does multiple summaries. Oh, by the way, I noticed one thing too. You didn't know what the 1 of 30 referred to?
Yeah. One of
When you
30.
did the second search, that was Copilot, wasn't it? The result was 2 of 30. I'm thinking that it probably suggests you've got 30 free searches that you can do today.
Oh, that might be
You had
that.
so when you did the
I
second
didn't
search,
notice
it
that.
put
Yeah,
up
that
two
that
of 30.
that might be. And then after 30, then you got to pay for it. But
Or
you
you
think that?
wait till the next day.
Yeah,
I,
right.
it's
Yeah.
because
I'm,
you've done other searches before, and so today is 1 and 2.
yeah. Yeah, that's true. That's true. I bet that is it. I bet there is something like
There's
that.
something like that. It'd be interesting to go back and try another search
Yeah. There's
in
probably
Copilot.
someplace in there about the explanation of it all, about the searching and about suggestions to type in stuff. Yeah. Oh, one of
Oh,
the things
hey,
I,
you mentioned one other thing you wanted to do in the last hour, and
yeah,
that was have AI search for AI websites.
yeah.
10.
Okay. So I'm going to put list the top 10 largest free
Respell
AI.
largest. It's way off.
Oh, yeah, oh, my fingers are on the wrong place. Top 10 uh, LAR. I've got little dots on my keyboard here that help if I get my fingers right. Then I'm okay. Largest AI
Free
free
AI. Oh, yeah.
free AI free websites. WEB.
That's close
Oops.
enough.
Yeah. Well, yeah, it might be. Okay, submit and let's see what comes. Now, what are we in? Are we in? We're in Bard still, aren't we?
You're in Gemini.
Gemini. Yeah, that's Bard. Yeah. Okay. Uh, submit. Okay. Uh,
Determining.
all right. Determining top 10.
Looking for the 10 most popular free.
Oh, there's
ChatGPT is
Chat
#1.
GPT. And there's a picture of something.
Probably a link. It's a logo.
Yeah. Okay. And then what's that one?
DeepL Translator, a
Never heard of
machine
it.
translation service known for its high accuracy. Sounds like
Oh,
languages, over
yeah.
30 languages.
Oh my goodness. And here's
Oh,
OpenAI Playground.
playground, yeah.
Don't know what that is. And here's what's this one?
That's the logo for it. Keep
Oh,
going.
that's the logo for it. Yeah. Okay. And that one is what's that?
MuseNet,
And
created
that,
by Google, allowing users to create musical pieces in various styles
oh,
through
for heaven's
text
sakes.
prompts or melodies.
Oh my goodness. I guess I should have said texts.
You got the most popular ones. This is what
Well, I
people are
said
doing.
largest. I said the largest.
Yeah, but it said at the top it was looking for popular ones.
Oh. Yeah, okay.
Stable diffusion.
I've never heard of any of these.
Hugging face hop.
Oh my goodness. Well, so let's see. So how would I correct that then to get list? Uh, where'd it go? Can't see where it went. Oh, list.
You're in the search field.
Yeah,
List.
list 10 free AI text websites. Let's see what that gives us.
By the way, that other symbol to the right, it says images on
That thing. Yeah, that's get an image or
It
click an
says
image.
upload an image.
Oh, and then have it look for those. Yeah. Okay, so 10
Free AI text websites, Chat GPT. Writer, RYTR.
I guess it's a free one. What does it say about it?
30 templates and 30 plus languages. Helps you create various content formats like blog posts, product descriptions, social media captions, and emails.
I never even heard of it. What's the next one?
Write Sonic.
Specializes in AI powered content.
Rewriting and paraphrasing, allowing you to improve existing content and generate new variations.
Oh,
That sounds interesting for
yeah,
you, Carolyn.
It does. Oh, yeah.
That does.
What's
I still remember one of my classes when I went back to school, a student sitting next to me, and the teacher, when she was passing back our assignment, she says, "And you don't think that I go on the internet to see if there are reports written?" And so the kid next to me, he opened up his, and it said F minus,
Oh,
I can go on the internet too, and I guess he had turned in a report from the internet.
oh, he got it from the internet. Oh,
So I think there are some AI apps for teachers that actually do search the internet for that they can compare reports that are turned in to see if you're plagiarizing.
they've got a way now that you can check that. People are saying, "Gosh, what's preventing students?" But they can. I saw something the other day that says with 95% accuracy, they can tell whether it's been an AI generated report now.
Yeah, it's true. Because even when I was reading through the summary, you start seeing this pattern and the redundancy as they summarize. There isn't, how can I say, there isn't a soul or a spirit that a person brings to the writing. So, yeah.
Oh gosh. Well, look at all. I've never heard of any of these other websites.
Simplified.
Simplified. Yeah.
Fabric. Okay.
And well, anyway, you can run it through there. You can once you get into it, then you can get all kinds of additional stuff.
You like that one title, Hypotenuse AI.
Hypotenuse? Where are you seeing that?
That was, you just went past it. There, it's at the bottom. It's at the bottom. There.
Oh, must have something to do with math.
Long-term form content generation, offering blog post writing, article creation, and email automation capabilities. It doesn't.
I wonder why they call it hypotenuse. That's the long side of a right triangle. Anyway, Jasper AI. Yeah, anyway, lots of It opens up a whole new world. That's about what it boils down to.
You got 3 minutes, Don.
Yeah. Well, anyway, let me just summarize. Let's go back and see if I can get back and finish up. Let me get back to here we go. Yeah, this is the summary of what we did in the other class. And so now we've looked at more demos and Q&A, and we came up with some interesting things there from comments of people. Well, anyway, if you've been watching this, we appreciate you. This is the 10th of February of 2024, and I'm Don Snow, and we've had Gerhard Roof has been on here, and Marilyn Thompson. And by the way, Marilyn is our newsletter editor for Tagology. And if you want to look at a wonderful newsletter, send for a free copy if you're not a member already. If you're a member, you're getting it automatically, but there's on our website, there's a link that you can ask for a free copy, and she does a wonderful job of the newsletter. And
we have a lot of wonderful people that contribute, and I just put it together. So thank you.
Well, she does did a great job, and we used to print it 8 pages. Now we're not limited to 8 pages, and it goes on and on. And it's got links in there that you can click on and so on. Anyway, if you're watching this months from now and you want to ask me a question, there's my email, snowd@math.byu.edu, and I'll try to answer your question for you. And the notes are online, and there's the link to note them. And they're also on the chat for Zoom, and they're also on the comments for the class itself. Well, I appreciate you folks being here and listening to us, and hopefully you've got some ideas and some things that you can try out yourself with AI and text, and it opens a whole new world. For me, it has, at least. Okay, Gerhard, we'll turn it back over to you.
Thank you, Don. Appreciate that. It was fun doing some searching together.
Yeah.
There we go. For those of you that are not yet members of the group or want to get a copy of that newsletter for free, you can email us at uvtagginfo@gmail.com and get additional information, or also from our website at uvtagg.org. We appreciate your participation and interest, and see you next month on the 9th of March.